Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to give you guys another nutrition series. So this is part 3 and I plan on doing 5 of them, and then I wanted to move on over to the training aspect of my series that I wanted to do. So for today's topic, I wanted to talk about why is it that sometimes when you eat more, you start to lose weight. And I feel like this phenomenon seems kind of weird to some people. And in the beginning, I didn't quite understand it either until I started reading a lot of research and science and why the body responds in that way. And also, too, I think it's a really important topic because I feel like typically women in general are afraid to eat more because it just doesn't make sense that, well, if I eat more, how is it that I'm going to weigh less? It only makes sense that the less you eat, well, I should weigh less too. It should go hand in hand. But and don't get me wrong, it is proven that if you're in a caloric deficit that you will lose weight. However, there are some special circumstances where you do eat more and my clients will lose weight. And it's really interesting how this works. And I just kind of wanted to break it down to how is it that happens. Typically, I'll give you like a small scenario, which is I'll get girls coming to me, maybe like a new client, and she's not eating enough calories. So for example, I'm just going to throw a random number. She comes at me and she's eating about 1,000 calories a day. So my goal is always to increase that amount for one to a healthy level. In the beginning, I am concerned about her wanting to lose body fat or weight. I'm using weight and body fat interchangeably, but they mean the same thing to me. When I say losing weight, losing body fat, I'm saying that they want to be leaner, right? Okay. So when my goal is to up their caloric intake to a healthy range, and healthy range to me is no less than 1,500 calories for a woman. I prefer them up to about 1,800 to 2,000 calories. To me, that's very healthy for somebody who's exercising regularly. And when I say exercising regularly, I don't mean a walk in the park. And if you watched one of my prior videos, I did mention that going for a walk is something you should be doing anyway. You should be moving, you should be walking as much as possible. I do not count that as training. Training to me is weight training, lifting weights that are a little bit challenging, doing cardiovascular work that requires you to huff and puff, things like that. That to me is exercising regularly and having a training regimen. So when I am able to get my client up to a healthy caloric intake, one or two things could happen. They could either start losing weight off of that, which it's when that does happen, that's awesome. Their body's responding the way I wanted it to, or they could kind of stay the same, which is really interesting because if they're losing weight as I increase their food, that just means that their body wanted more food and they weren't giving them the food that it wanted. So their body is responding like, saying, hey, thanks for feeding me more. Let me do what you want me to do. If they stay the same weight, it's still a plus, and I tell you why. Because why would you want to eat 1,000 calories, weigh the same? Why not eat 1,800, 2,000 calories and weigh the same? You get to eat more. So why not, right? So once I'm able to get somebody to a healthy caloric range, at that point, I would bring the calories down if necessary, but their calories need to be at a healthy amount. So people wonder, well, how is it? Why is it that when I eat more, I'm actually losing weight or losing body fat? There's a few factors that go into play with that. For one, it's that prior, when you were not feeding your body enough, what happens is sometimes your body is adapting to a certain number. And I don't like to use the word metabolism too much because I feel that people think eating regularly or eating this much brings your metabolism up. Metabolism is such a small amount that you could actually raise your metabolism. However, I do believe that there's a healthy metabolism. And what I mean by a healthy metabolism is that it goes with you. And what I mean by that is when you eat more, it'll burn more. When you're sleeping well, it burns more. Things like that. That's a healthy metabolism. Unhealthy metabolism is when you're eating, when you're not eating a lot and it's gaining a lot of weight. A not healthy metabolism is you're doing everything perfectly and it's just not responding. Your body, your metabolism is just very stagnant. So it's going back to how is it that eating more allows someone to lose weight. So for one, recapping is, it's because your body wanted that more food anyway. So you pretty much solved the simple answer. You're feeding it more than it wanted, that it needed. So it's responding to you as it should. Another reason is that if in the same time frame, let's just say you started a new training regimen, your body is using those calories for what it's meant for. So let's just say if you came to me and you were never weight training and you're under eating. So right away I would get your calories up. We have you on a consistent training program. So you're losing weight on more calories. Because why? While you're training, your body's burning those calories for fuel. It's recovering your muscle. You're sleeping, all that good stuff. So you're just losing weight off more calories. And when that happens, it's a great thing, because it just goes to show that less doesn't always equal more fat loss. That's not always the case. However, science is still there. And what I mean by that is, yes, eating in a deficit allows you to lose body fat. Then how is it that when some people are eating more, they're losing weight? Well, losing weight and actually getting down to a, how do I say, leanness of, wow, I have visible abs, I have visible muscles in my legs. That does require you sometimes, not all the time, to reduce your calories. When people are losing weight, that doesn't mean they're exactly where they want to be. At some point, once you get your body up to a healthy range of calories, it's a safe place to pull calories away from. Because I would much rather have someone at a healthy calorie range then be like, okay, we're ready to reduce some calories to get you even leaner. Because at this point, your body is like, wow, I'm really happy at this high number. What's going to happen when we reduce? Your body will respond very quickly because it's so used to running on more fuel that by the time you remove calories, it's going to be still trying to run on a lot of fuel, except at this point, you've taken some fuel away, so it's going to tap into your body fat stores. So this is the exact reason why I always try to up the calories as much as possible until they stop losing weight or they get stuck and their weight stays the same. And then I remove calories. But that is the exact reason why that sometimes you do lose weight while increasing. It's because your either body wanted it that way and you weren't giving it what it needed, or your training regimen itself has changed and you're just providing it with what it needs. So it's nothing too complicated, but I feel that it's important to point out, because a lot of girls usually always assume that too many calories is going to get me fat, and it doesn't even make sense. That's not always the case, and it's just really important to fuel your body right. And then when you are at a healthy level or healthy range of calories that you're eating, then it's time to diet accordingly. But not until you're healthy. Always get yourself healthy first before you start dieting. If you're extremely unhealthy, don't try to diet right away. Get yourself to a healthy place, then diet down so you can get a little bit leaner. This is just my advice. This is what I've seen has worked for myself, for my clients, and it's just something that I like to just kind of point out there. Maybe it'll help somebody out there who is struggling with weight loss and they're eating like under 1,200 calories and they're just stuck. Maybe it's time to up your calories and see if that'll help you lose some weight. So I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, you can always email me at afit_training@outlook.com. You can follow me on my Instagram. I'll post all the information below. And thanks for watching, guys.